The F18 and the F15, basically at the primer stage. I'm gonna put one more coat of primer on and probably wait a day or two, and then I'll start painting, which I'll start with this one first, the F15, and it's going to have the dark aggressor gray color scheme, and then probably next weekend I will put the light gray on the F18. But one more coat of primer today, and I'll let it sit for a couple days and make sure everything's ready to go, and we can start painting. Stasis pod. Again, it's in the primer stage. I still got a couple more coats to do, but I wanted to get most of it sprayed on. I taped up the front lights, and I'll probably add some detail once I start getting the basic paint scheme on, whichever and whatever that color will be. But all I got left to do is I got a little more sanding to do right about here, and a little bit back here. That's pretty much it. And then I want to add a probably a 1/24 scale rim or a tire or something, and just fill up the detail, and also hide the seams there, and a little seam work right in there, but that's really no big deal. Most of this will be probably a strip styrene, and that's basically it. And hopefully later this week I'll scour the internets and see what kind of color scheme I want to go with, which is just all up in the air. Who knows? I don't even know what I'm going to paint it, but very fun model. So stay tuned for that. The Reliant, it's basically done. I just gotta tone down the decals just a little bit more, and I'll be good to go. I did go back in after I got all the decals on, basically saturated it with setting solution. Once that dried last night, then I went in with crystal clear, sprayed it a little bit, and then tomorrow I want to go back in and kind of dull everything down. But what I did was I went in with the airbrush and I streaked it, basically a little bit of weathering. That was to tone down the decals and just give it a little shading and definition in some places. But really it turned out pretty great. And it's probably be the last time you'll see this, because this is going to the hobby store Tuesday for a display at the hobby shop. Hopefully we can probably sell some kits. But it's really yeah, the decals, unless you want to paint it, the Aztecs, it does set it off. Even with my little conversion kit, which I'll show again. This is what you get. Top for the nacelle, top for the photon torpedo housing. Left nacelle damaged, and then you get the damaged nacelle that the Enterprise blows off. But there you go. I mean, really fun kit. It's simple to build, and really it's simple to paint, because there's only basically two colors, and basically the longest time you'll have if you buy the decals for it. And that's it. I did get the impulse in. I dipped him in Tamiya clear red, and there you go. And it makes it different when you do the battle damage Reliant. And today we're going to make a new kit. This is the Hot Tub Time Machine. Probably one of the greatest science fiction time machines I've ever seen. And I did this in a 30-second scale. My little test figure here, she's about roughly 35th, 32nd scale, but real close, but you can see. She is in scale with the tub. And this is probably going to be a vacuum form kit. And I'll probably sell a couple resin ones, but mostly it'll probably more than likely be a vacuum form kit. I already got the mold made for it, and we're going to continue on. This was supposed to be just a one-off, but I decided it needs to be a kit of it, as I have yet to see a kit of the hot tub time machine. And if you all want to know what I did, was it's basically all styrene, basically strips. I took a very coarse sandpaper and sanded it down to make wood grain. And I don't even know if you can see it. And just airbrushed it a few different colors. I did for water, because I did have it filled up, was candle wax that you can heat over the stove and pour in. And it's not too bad, and the wax really doesn't, the hot wax kind of burns the paint, but doesn't really hurt the model itself, because it's actually very cool when it's being poured. So there you have it, 1/32 scale hot tub time machine, coming very, very soon. Well, everyone stay tuned for the next one.